What up, what up, what up, what up? What's good, people? What's up? It's me. We're back. I am L Teddy 27, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen. And it's our favorite time of the week. It's time for our review for Insecure. Season 4, episode 7, I believe this is. 7. Low Key Trippin' is the name. So, and let me first start off. Okay, shouts out to J.R. Ellis, J. Ellis, who plays the part of Lawrence. Y'all know I'm a card-carrying member of the Lawrence Hive. Shouts out to him because he directed this episode. This episode was directed by him. So shouts out for him. I'm not sure if this was the first time he's ever directed, but I noticed that when I looked at the closing credits, he was the director on this week's episode. So big shout out to him for this episode. I thought he did a great job. I hope he gets more opportunities, even though we want to see him more in front of the screen and not so much behind the screen. But I'm glad that he could do both, because he was in front of the screen too and behind the screen. So shouts out to him for that. Big ups. Love to see a black man doing big things. And like Issa said, what was that at the Oscars? I'm rooting for everybody black. So, big shout out to him. All right, so let's get down to it. What am I drinking tonight? I'm glad you asked. Because they were in Mexico, and because we're in Corona season right now, I have me some Corona. That's good. Yes, the big Corona bottle. What is it, the 40-ounce bottle? 24 ounce. Yes, 24 ounce. Yeah. Anyway, so let's get right down to it. Molly, we start off with Molly at the Ethiopian restaurant. Now, this is the same restaurant we saw Issa at the end of last episode, when Issa saw Molly in there, and then she thought about going in, and then she decided not to and just went home. Molly, now we see it through Molly's vantage point and through her eyes, and Molly, we find out, did see Issa. Molly saw Issa when she pulled up. Molly saw Issa the whole time. And so Molly kind of prepared herself when she saw Issa pull up and was about to come in. And before Issa saw her, she kind of braced herself and prepared, okay, we're about to have this conversation, so let me get myself ready. Thinking that Issa was going to come in to have the conversation. No, ma'am. And so even she was surprised that Issa didn't come in, which I think further drives home that, okay, this is different. This is a little different. So then we see, and throughout this episode, there were little hints and gems and little slights that you saw hidden throughout to kind of explain to Molly that, yeah, Molly, you got that wrong. Yeah, Molly, you got that wrong. Yeah, you might have been wrong about that too. So we'll get there. So Molly goes home. She tells Andrew all about her seeing Issa and so forth and so on. And, you know, they talk about it real fast, but then they quickly talk about their trip to Mexico. She's supposed to meet Andrew's brother and his wife. And so Andrew kind of prepares him and says, listen, my brother's a lot. He always has a whole lot planned out. Just brace yourself. It'll be fun. It's going to be draining, but just, it's the talk that everybody has when you have somebody that you're interested with. You first bring them around the family. There's always a couple family members you have to warn them about. You have to kind of give them the whole speech like, listen, Uncle Blank Blank is a whole listen, don't pay Uncle Blank Blank no mind. Don't get in no room alone with Uncle Blank Blank either. But listen, just ignore whatever he says. Auntie Blue Blue over here, listen. Her mouth is real nasty. Just ignore her. Just don't get around her. Because she's going to talk about you. She's going to fix you a good plate now. She's going to fix you a sickening plate. But baby, she's going to drag you for all you worth. So just don't go over there by Auntie Blue Blue either. I handle Uncle Blank Blank and Auntie Blue Blue. My cousin, Pookie. Now, Pookie, let me know if that nigga try to touch your ass, because you know Pookie ain't shit. And I'll fuck that nigga up. He already owed me $50 from last year. But these are the conversations that you have to have. Now, he was kind of bracing Molly for that. After that, Molly finds out that she, has this meeting that she has to have right before they go to the airport. And she goes to work at work, and she goes to work the next morning. Kind of lays into her assistant for a little bit. And I don't blame her, because you find out the night before about some meeting that you're supposed to have when you know you already have a scheduled vacation. I would have been upset too. That would have upset me too. And she almost missed her flight, but she made it. They get on the flight, so they fly economy plus, bitch. I ain't say first class. I ain't even say business class. I said economy plus. Girl, they fancy. Girl, they in economy plus, ordering everything they can. Baby, I want the champagne. I want the whiskey. I want the blanket. I want any of every, what come with economy plus? Bitch, give me everything. We get that too. Do I get a back rub in economy plus? Oh, I don't get a back rub. Do I get a foot massage? What do I get? Can I get a list of everything we get in economy plus? Because I will have one of everything. Matter of fact, I'll take 2 of everything that we get in economy plus. Okay. Because, bitch, I paid for this plus, and I want all my plus perks that comes with being a plus member of economy. I'm just saying. Anyway, I would have been the same way. I would have been just as petty, okay? Girl, then we see, they look to the left, and who starts talking to them? Girl, why Miss Kenfield, which was over there, honey, talking about some, she just got divorced, and she spent all her ex-husband money. She on day 3 of living it up off of his dime. Bust through, Tootie girl, Tootie girl, Tootie girl, Tootie girl. Bust through, bitch. Bust through, whore. She gave me life. She gave me life. She had me cracking up. Tootie! Tootie girl! Anyway, can I just, and let me say this while we're off to Mexico. Every song this episode was life-giving, okay? Even the Spanish song. While I'm over here jamming to the Spanish rap song, only thing I heard and understood was fuck you, Donald Trump. I was like, fuck Donald Trump. I was like, yes, yes. Everywhere they hate him. Yes, yes, yes. In defense, in defense. Oh, yes. Life was given. But it was some great music. Great soundtrack. After that, they got to the hotel. Now, the hotel was nice. It was pussy. That hotel was nice, bitch. I was here for the hotel. I was here for all of the hotel. It was nice. Good. Anyway, so we meet the brother and the wife. The wife did seem to be hitting on Molly kind of hard. Even Molly was like, "Is she gonna try and fuck me later?" I was kind of with you, Molly, because I didn't know what was going on. She was kind of hitting on you kind of hard. I guess the Asian persuasions in that family, that whole branch loved them some melanin. I guess, girl. Anyway, girl, they got up in there. So I guess they had made this arrangement about bringing some things for the sex or whatever. Molly brought this cute little black lace lingerie set. Thought she had to do something. Baby Andrew had pocket rockets and dildos and electric butt plugs. Now, inquiring minds want to know, whose butt was that butt plug thing, that vibrating butt plug thing gonna go into? Inquiring minds want to know. Anyway, I just wanted to know, girl. So then, Charlie said fuck it and started fucking right there on the balcony, banging it out. That would have been me. Listen, when I go to a hotel with my significant other, we bang on every surface, every edifice, every part of it. We bang in the maid closet. We bang in the elevator, on the balcony, in the sauna, in the pool, in the hot tub. If we could bang on the little check-in registration table, we would do that too, but we might get caught. Baby, we ain't have full out sex, but I think we did a little mini hand job at the little hotel restaurant, because it had like a tablecloth, and I think we would have got caught if we would have had full on sex. But there was some hand action going on. We did kind of have to make our way to the back. We did have sex in the bathroom at the restaurant, and we had to wash our hands before we kind of came back to eat. Yeah, no, don't tell nobody. Anyway, don't laugh at me, y'all. Y'all don't judge me. Don't judge your mama. Don't judge me. Judge your mama. Don't judge me. Anyway, so the next morning, they going on this hiking stuff with the brother and stuff like that. And once again, hey Tootie girl, hey Tootie girl, Tootie girl, Tootie girl, Tootie. Listen, Tootie had me going, honey. Tootie made me laugh every time, honey. Tootie had me going. So it looked like they had a great time. They had to run 3 miles, but then they went zip lining and dancing. And it just seemed like it was a great time had by all. Just a lot of fun. So then when they get back to the room, Andrew's like, well, I just got 3 calls from Nathan. So Nathan done call him. So he FaceTimes Nathan. Nathan's house sitting, making sure everything at the house is okay for Andrew. Who they hear in the background? Issa. Apparently Issa and Nathan is a thing again. Child, Molly heard it. And Molly kind of got, in her feelings from hearing Issa. Come in this whole conversation between Andrew and Molly, we find out, and I think Molly needs to understand that Andrew is his best friend, and so she kind of needs to be sensitive to that too. But anyway, we find out that whole thing with Issa being ghosted by Pool Bay Nathan was because Nathan had some mental issues. And Nathan was struggling with that at the time, and that's why he wasn't calling Issa, because he had to kind of work his way through that. And so Molly had to take a step back and take a moment and say, oh shit, I kind of got that wrong and I fucked up. Because we all remember what Molly did to Issa in season 3 when she told Nathan that he could take his black ass home after he had done ghosted Issa, and Issa got mad about that. Anyway, but I think Molly kind of had a moment where she said, oh shit, yeah, I was kind of wrong with that. Yeah. So then, we're in the pool, and there was the whole key card situation. Molly goes up to the towel stand to get a towel for Nathan's brother's wife. White people in front of her, excuse me, they give the lady at the thing gave them a towel without no problem. Molly comes up, ma'am, I need to see your key card. The lady refused to give Molly a towel without a key card. Now, as black people, we are used to dealing with this all the time. This shit happens to us all the time. So I understood where Molly was coming from in that instance. So Andrew's brother came and said, oh, here's my key card. I'm in 328. She's fine, da 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 da. And so when Molly gets back in the pool, excuse me, and Andrew saw that she was kind of upset, he asked Molly what happened. Molly explained, and then Andrew's brother jumped in and was kind of like, well, I think you might have been, blowing it out of proportion, kind of saying, she was just doing her job. Mind you, Andrew's brother wasn't there the whole time, so he didn't see the whole situation. He just came there, once it kind of started getting heated. But anyway, he kind of dismissed how Molly was feeling, and Molly kind of fell into the stereotype that people would assume that black people would fall into when people start to question us about when we have to deal with bouts of racism. And people always seem to undermine and undercut and belittle what we experience, because that's not their experience. Because I never want an Asian person to believe that their love. Well, let me take that back. Let me backpedal off of that. I've never lived as an Asian person, so I cannot speak to the level of racism that Asians have to deal with. But I can say in these yet to be United States of America, the atrocities of black people are far worse than the atrocities of Asians. Period. That's not up for debate. I'm talking about here in America. I ain't saying worldwide, but definitely here in America. Anyway, so there was this whole back and forth. There was anger. Andrew kind of got caught in the middle. He had to check his brother and then had to go check on Molly. And so Molly went back upstairs. And so they kind of went to bed that night. And Molly did her feelings, kind of thinking about it. And I think she took a moment to say, you know what? I might have took that put 20 on 10 with that, and I might have went too far with that, and I might have slipped back into some places and things that I don't want to slip back into, and I need to check myself. So the next morning, Andrew had let her sleep in, and I guess he went out with his brother and his brother's wife and talked to the brother. He said he talked to the brother and, kind of let the brother understand that, he shouldn't have did that and so forth. And then Molly went for a walk by herself, and we see she ends up calling her psychologist or psychiatrist and getting, and trying to book an appointment as soon as she gets back, because she says she has some things that she just hasn't really let go and hasn't worked out, and she wants to take a moment to work those things out. And I was thinking, not only was it the situation with Andrew, but perhaps even the situation she may be dealing with Issa. So I think, like I said, there were these moments during the episode where Molly has a chance to sit back and take a step back and say, you know what, let me work on myself and the part that I played in this. And I'm glad that Molly is doing that, but I don't know that I see Issa doing that either. Because not only was Molly wrong in all of this situation, Issa was wrong as well. Although I'm Team Molly, both of them were wrong. So both of them have things they need to work out. Then when they get, we see them, they fly back to LA. They get back to the airport and Molly runs into Lawrence. And I thought Lawrence had met Andrew, but I probably was wrong. He probably didn't. So Lawrence meets Andrew and so forth. We find out Lawrence wasn't at the block party because he was in San Francisco. And I'm thinking Lawrence works for like tech companies and stuff. So I was wondering if he was like job hunting in, because remember earlier in the season, we found out about the whole thing with his job and them downsizing and stuff like that. So I was wondering if he was in San Francisco job hunting in Napa Valley or something like that with all of the tech companies and stuff. I really wanted to know. There was this horrible reference to Full House, I guess, because he was in the Bay Area. It didn't go over well. I mean, I knew where she was going with it because at the beginning of the Full House intro, you see the Golden Gate Bridge and stuff like that, but that wasn't a good. That punchline did not hit well, Molly, with the whole thing from Full House. Yeah. Anyway, and then it went off from there. Because we saw Lawrence calling somebody and telling them, hey, what you're doing when you want to go out to a bar and get something to drink, which we will probably find out is Issa. And that was the whole episode. And it went off from there. So we got this episode with Molly, and we had a chance to see, okay, how is Molly faring after the whole split up and breakup. And we do see Molly making some choices and the decisions to, see the part that she played and see what she can do moving forward to fix that and work on her. And now with the whole episode, once again, shout out to Jay Ellis, who did direct this episode. I thought it was a good episode. I thought it was a great episode. It had some great parts in it. Shouts out to Kim Fields, who played the cameo in this episode. And shouts out to Raphael Shadiq, who is the who does the music for this show, because it was some great music on this show. Of course, Raphael Shadiq is an excellent singer and an excellent musician of his own. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Until next episode, I am L Teddy 27. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.